Most men think a girl touching their arm is just flirting, or nothing at all. But psychology says women use touch in ways most guys never even pick up on. It can reveal what she's evaluating, what she's feeling, and what she's quietly deciding about you in real time. Today's video breaks down 10 surprising reasons she does it. And the last one is the strongest indicator women use without ever mentioning it. Before we get into that, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you've not already, and ring that notification bell to stay up to date on all our videos. 1. She's checking how you react to unexpected contact. Most men don't realize that women gather tons of information from a 1-second touch. That small move isn't random. It's a quick scan. When she taps or slides her fingers along your arm, she's watching how you handle a surprise. Do you stiffen? Do you lean back? Do you freeze? Do you stay grounded? Your reaction tells her if you're socially comfortable or if you're easily thrown off. This isn't a test in the dramatic sense. It's more like observing someone's natural instinct. A woman wants to know if you're the type of guy who can handle little moments of closeness without overreacting or getting awkward. If she sees that you stay composed, keep the conversation flowing, and don't suddenly act weird, she takes that as a green light that you're someone who can deal with intimacy in an easy, relaxed way. That matters more than you think. 2. She's emphasizing something she said to see if you're actually tuned in. Women are incredibly good at reading when a guy's attention is slipping, and it usually happens without him realizing it. Maybe you're distracted by the environment, or you're thinking ahead to what you should say next. She'll lightly touch your arm right when she's saying something important or personal to snap your attention into place, not in a controlling way, just as an emphasis. It's the female equivalent of underlining a sentence. If she touches your arm while making a point, she's not just emphasizing what she said, she's emphasizing who she said it to. It's her way of checking, are you actually here with me? A lot of guys miss this moment entirely, but if she uses touch to anchor your focus, she's inviting a slightly deeper connection than the basic small talk you were stuck in. 3. She's using touch to steer the interaction toward a more private tone. Sometimes a conversation is too surface level, too polite, too interview-like, and women are very aware when the vibe isn't moving anywhere. An arm touch shifts things. Not romantically, not sexually, just privately. It signals, we're allowed to be a little more real here. If she touches your arm during a joke, during something you say about yourself, or during a moment when the conversation gets stuck, she's nudging the energy away from formality. She wants the two of you to step out of the public mode and into something a bit more personal, even with others around. A man who mirrors that with presence, humor, or curiosity instantly separates himself from all the robotic conversations she's used to having. Pause right here. If becoming a more switched-on, confident version of yourself matters to you, comment rising. Let's see who's not just watching, but building themselves. 4. She's confirming if your attention is divided or directed at her. Here's something most men never notice. Women can tell within 2 seconds if they have your full attention or just a slice of it. If she touches your arm when she feels like your focus is drifting, maybe you're scanning the room or zoning out, she's checking if you come back to her effortlessly. It's not needy, it's observational. If you re-engage smoothly, she reads that as interest and confidence. If you look startled or confused, she reads that as insecurity. If you don't re-engage at all, she sees that as disconnection, and her investment drops. That little arm touch was her way of saying, are you here for this moment? Or are you half in, half out? Most men respond by overthinking the gesture instead of just locking into the moment she's trying to create. 5. She's resetting the distance because you're standing too formally. Some guys unintentionally hold themselves like they're in a job interview. Rigid arms, strong posture, straight shoulders, not much movement. A woman will notice that immediately and think, relax, please. The arm touch becomes a subtle way to soften the atmosphere. She's not trying to be intimate. She's trying to loosen the stiffness. Think of it this way. If you're behaving in a way that feels too professional, too guarded, or too uptight, she'll use physical contact to snap you back into something more natural. She's signaling that the vibe doesn't have to be so intense or serious. And if the guy allows his energy to shift even slightly after that touch, she interprets that as emotional flexibility, a trait women value far more than men realize. 6. She's signaling that you're allowed to be more relaxed around her. Sometimes a woman touches your arm because she senses you're the one who's too tense. Maybe you're trying too hard to impress. Maybe you're calculating everything you say. Maybe you're holding your breath between sentences. She picks up on that. The arm touch is her way of saying, without saying, you don't have to do all that. It's a very gentle permission slip. She's letting you know that you can speak freely, joke more, let your natural personality come out, and stop performing. Women rarely take this step unless they genuinely enjoy the interaction. If she didn't care, she'd leave you in your tension. The touch is her effort to make the moment smoother for both of you. 7. She's marking you socially so other people notice the two of you interacting. This one is extremely subtle, but very real. In social environments, bars, events, parties, group outings, a woman might touch your arm not just for you, but for everyone else watching. It signals, in a quiet, almost invisible way, that there's an interaction happening between the two of you that she's comfortable with. Why does that matter? Because social context influences attraction more than men realize. If other people see the two of you making contact, she knows you'll naturally be viewed as closer, even if it's early. She's not claiming you. She's shaping the social perception, so the interaction has space to grow without interference. If a woman didn't want others to see a connection, she would never initiate a touch, especially on your arm where it's visible to everyone. So if she does it openly, that's a stronger signal than you think. 8. She's checking if you naturally reciprocate warmth without copying her. Most men fall into one of two traps. They either mimic every gesture she makes, or they become so cautious that they don't respond at all. Women notice both immediately. When she touches your arm, she's not expecting you to touch her back instantly. She's checking to see if your general warmth rises naturally over the next few minutes. Does your tone soften? Do your shoulders relax? Do you lean in a bit more? Does your humor come out? Those subtle reactions tell her whether you know how to build connection without forcing it. A guy who has natural social warmth is incredibly attractive to a woman, and the arm touch is her way of opening the door to see if you have any. 9. She's verifying your physical baseline. Warmth, tension, steadiness. A woman can learn more from a 2-second touch than most men learn from a whole conversation. She can pick up whether you're warm, cold, tense, relaxed, grounded, jittery, or confident. She feels whether your muscles soften when she makes contact, or whether they lock up. She notices your breathing pattern, your stillness, your micro-reactions. Women are trained by experience to sense this stuff quickly. They don't always analyze it consciously, but they register it instantly. The arm is one of the easiest places to read someone without crossing a boundary. If she chooses that spot, it's because she's curious. She wants to take a quick measurement of what it feels like to be near you physically, not sexually, but energetically. And what she finds heavily influences how comfortable she'll be around you moving forward. 10. She's creating a micro-pause so she can observe your face afterwards. This is one of the most overlooked reasons of all. Sometimes the arm touch isn't the point, your reaction after it is. Women pay very close attention to men's expressions, especially in the split second after physical contact. She wants to see if you light up, if you get shy, if you become serious, or if you stay steady and present. She's not looking for one specific reaction. She's just gathering information. And that moment right after she touches your arm gives her more emotional data than anything you could say. If you keep your composure and smile naturally, she reads that as confidence. If you panic or freeze, she reads that as uncertainty. If you look confused, she assumes you're not used to female attention. If you look annoyed or indifferent, she interprets it as rejection. That one tiny gesture gave her the perfect opportunity to study you, and most men have no idea it's happening. Up next, discover the signs a woman is trying to seduce you, or learn how to tell if someone at work is flirting with you. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.